Giving me a rush.
Would you fall for this? If you're gonna send me 100 millibits and I send you back 200 millibits, would you do it? Would you trust me? I wouldn't trust me. I don't even trust myself. And then you end up in the sewers. Some of you guys are so new to this scene that they would send me emails saying, yeah, I've lost my I've lost the access to my account. I have sent somebody my wallet or something and he says he's gonna brute force it and he says I have to send him a certain amount of Bitcoin so they can activate the private key. I've heard that so many times. I got so many of those stupid emails. But that's not true. I'm talking about pizzas. Today is Happy Pizza Day. And you only have two choices. You can buy Bitcoin or you can buy pizza. Oh, it's such a hard choice. The Happy Pizza Day. Well, we're on the pizza subject. His name was Laszlo and he spent 10,000 Bitcoins on 2 pizzas back in the days. Laszlo could have bought 5 million pizzas with that much Bitcoin today. If Laszlo had waited until today, perhaps the Bitcoin experiment would have ended long ago. Laszlo sacrificed early mining wealth for the glory of Bitcoin. That's exactly what he did. He spent his Bitcoin just to make this network grow. His sacrifice, his 10,000 Bitcoins, those are gone, long gone, because you know that the pizza place did sell those Bitcoins right away. Probably, I think, I'm quite sure. But he spent it, and we're still talking about it today. 10 years later in time, we're still talking about it. So that means that he actually did something good for the Bitcoin community, buying pizzas. Me, whenever someone mentions Bitcoin on a TV show, you see, exactly. Oh, that's me too. You don't have to sell Bitcoin. Things people don't understand. If you just hodl Bitcoin, you never have to sell because eventually you can use it to buy expensive things you could not afford with any ordinary cash. Keep hodling. Look what just arrived. Feels like Christmas morning. A treasure. What is this? A hardware wallet. Oh, the treasure hardware wallet. You guys know I'm no fan of this stuff. You guys know that I don't care that much, even though it's kind of safe. I have a hardware wallet too. It's called an ordinary USB. I think it's kind of the same. I don't know. Because what would a hardware wallet be? A hardware wallet would just be a wallet filled with private keys that you have on hardware. So I think you could even have a wallet, a hardware wallet, if you would have a wallet with the mnemonic phrase. If you have that mnemonic phrase, it's 12-word backup phrase. If you have that on a text file, on a USB, you have a hardware wallet too. Even though it's not really hardware, of course. The best way to do this is just buying a treasure, obviously, because that's safer. Unless you actually know what you're doing. Ledger Nano, the cryptocurrency hardware wallet. Doesn't this look like a Ledger Nano? It isn't, but it looks like it. Just an HEMA USB. Building my first full node. Whoa, I gotta go closer to the computer. So if I am a little bit blurry, that's because I don't have my autofocus on. Oh, he's using a Raspberry Pi too. A syncing cable, but we see a solid state drive. And we see here the Raspberry Pi and the cooling fan. If you're subscribed to my channel, you already know this, but I have a Raspberry Pi 2 here. My Raspberry Pi. I have a video on the subject. Go check it out if you didn't already. But yeah, I want to make a full node out of this one day. Not today. I'm still working with the breadboard, as you can see. But once I am bored, then I will probably make maybe a Bitcoin fartcoin node out of it. Because, you know, that's my coin, the fartcoin. Look at this, talking about what I was just saying. This is a full node apparently. Somebody made a full node. And I'm very glad that somebody did make a full node. Because we need lots of nodes. And you're like, what the hell is a node? Well, a node is actually the entire Bitcoin blockchain on your PC while having the Bitcoin wallet open for connections from outside. And making the Bitcoin wallet available to send the latest block headers to different wallets. And I'm not sure about this last one, but I don't know. The Raspi Blitz, that's what you're using, Bitcoin full node Lightning Network. Noise. If my calculations are right, I have no idea what I'm doing. Any comments are welcome. We have somebody in the year 2010 and he meets somebody from the year 2020. And he's like, what are the things like 10 years from now in the year 2020? We have this new Bitcoin thing. Does it ever catch on and become normal in the year 2020? And then the guy from the year 2020 is going to be like, yeah, I know, it's still around. I just bought a bottle of hand sanitizers for 1 Bitcoin. Cool, that sounds pretty normal. Well, here's the thing. Coronavirus. Yeah, this guy's a legend. What did you do during the coronavirus, Daddy? Well, I bought more Bitcoin. Yeah, legend. Only legends buy Bitcoin while coronavirus is still alive. It's a virus. Viruses are not alive. Are they alive or not? It's not a bacteria. I'm not a doctor. I don't know. This is what the bears are gloating about today. I was one of those bears. I was waiting at this moment. I had approximately the same lines in the screen. I was using the highest peak from 20k and the 13k. And I took those two and then you get approximately this line. You go over here, zoom out in weeks, you grab the line, you click on the top here, top price over here, you get that line. That was the line I was talking about. So we were just checking out this line and as you can see, drop below. And now it's hitting it again. But I don't think it's gonna save itself. Nobody knows. Bitcoin these days. Exactly, these days, Bitcoin. Ooh, $9,000. Is it gonna hit it? No, a little bit over, a little bit under. That's Bitcoin these days, man. The current price. It's over 9,000! And it's gone. That's the current price. That's Bitcoin, man. I don't know. I give up. I don't think it is unexpected if it would drop back to 5,000. Bitcoin market cap went from 0 to $162 billion in 11 years time with no backing of governments, no backing from university, no backing from traditional banking system, and we still did it together. You, me, everybody. Never too late. $1 bubble, $100 it was a bubble, and $1,000 it was a bubble. And today we have to show our driver's license to get on an exchange platform. First real bubble was created by us Dutchies in the Netherlands. The first bubble was the tulip mania, as they call it. They keep reminding us that Bitcoin is like the tulip mania, but tulips are different from Bitcoin because tulips die in a week time and Bitcoins, you can use it for transactions. And I don't see you paying with tulips in stores. Look guys, what I found in a small town in Kenya. Kenya. Hey guys, look what I found in a small town in Kenya. Bitcoins are accepted here. It feels great to pay for my lunch with Bitcoin. Yeah, it feels great today. But I can remember a moment when one transaction was more than $40. So you would have to buy a very expensive lunch to be able to pay the fee. But that's not today. They changed that. But in a bull market, Bitcoin would not be the best coin. Why? Because transactions would be way too expensive. Even though we have this Lightning Network and stuff, and it's way cheaper now than back in the days. But still, I don't know. I hope that Lightning Network will stay as fast as it is nowadays. Even though it's still slow, we still have 10-minute block waiting time. A 5-year-old says, I wish I had infinity dollars to give people. That would wreck the entire economy. Federal Reserve would be like, exactly, because the Federal Reserve can print money out of thin air. Well, it's not really thin air, there are strict rules. I need some money. Oh, let's print some more. If you cannot beat them, you should join them. Bitcoin is a fraud that will blow up, says JPMorgan boss. Jamie Dimon, he claims cryptocurrencies is only fit for use by drug dealers, murderers, and people living in North Korea. No. Look at this guy now. We're 2.5 years later and JPMorgan extends banking services to Bitcoin exchanges. Gemini, Coinbase are the bank's first clients for the cryptocurrency industry. If you can't beat them, join them. I don't know what that move was. We did it, boys! Ooh. Bitcoin overtakes gold to become the best performing asset of 2020. It has been the best performing asset since ever. 10,000 Bitcoins. Today a pizza is a millibit? Something like that? Yeah, I think a millibit. 1 millibit is approximately $10. And I think for $10 you can get a acceptable pizza. A billboard is calling for Silk Road founder release appears in Times Square. Do you guys know about Silk Road? We're talking about history here. Silk Road was one of the first websites where you could actually buy anything you want and anything you want and anything you want, and you can pay with Bitcoin. Think about anything you want. The programmer of that website, he got caught by the FBI because if you can sell anything you want on a website, on the dark web, then you're probably going to sell some stuff that you're not allowed to sell. And the owner of that website, who claimed never to have anything to do with the content of the website, he got arrested. Here, Ulbricht, that's what his name is currently serving a double life sentence without parole in New York after being found guilty of drug trafficking, criminal enterprise, aiding and abetting the distribution of drugs over the internet, computer hacking, and money laundering. That's a nice list. I think that in the near future, in the future world, that world that we are all waiting for to happen, and that's a world without borders, I think in that if that era arrives, then that guy can be free. Because we're all smart enough to do smart enough.